So welcome to Ham in 2020. What a fucking year it's been. Utter shite. I think I've been down there. I've been all around here when I was doing my test. I've done this roundabout several times. I kept getting shouted at because I kept doing the wrong fucking look manoeuvre. Oh, it was a fucking pain in the ass. But yeah, I've done my full test. I know I'm riding a 125. If I cut in a little bit of the last video or uploaded the last video or whatever, I was riding this home from the dealer for my brother-in-law, and because I'm obviously insured on it, it's still nice. Anyway, yeah, it's like 8 o'clock in the morning, quarter to 8, something like that. And I'm taking this up before he gets up. With his permission, obviously I checked with him last night. He was like, yeah, if I can take it out before I get up. There's a few things I need to do in the morning, so you take it out, have a razz around. That's our new favourite word, have a razz. Yeah, so I'm just going to go. He did a 97 miles yesterday. He went out for about an hour, came back for some tea. I cooked, I'm a cook now. And then went back out. Oh, fuck, Nationals. And then went back out for about fucking 4 hours, 5 hours. I know how my parents feel when I started riding, because I was like fucking peeking out the window and wondering when to check ditches and shit. Not tempting fate, of course, and we didn't want to message him in case it put him off, because he normally has his earphones in, so we just wanted to... Oh, that's 5th. Yeah, 50's enough. This is the M6. Hello, M6. Yeah, I'm going away to my old work, because I'm trying to go for a ride around. I don't really know the area. He ended up in the fucking peaks yesterday. He went to Buxton. So fuck me. That's quite the distance. He did 97 miles. I don't know if I mentioned that. But yeah, fucking fair play to him. I wouldn't have been able to have the bollocks to do that. But he was like, yeah, well, fuck it, might as well get on with it. And I'm like, fair enough. Because I thought he was going to stay in like our local area, like as we're in a little village connected to a town. I thought he was going to stay in that and ride around that for a little bit. I don't think he was going to be gone as long as he was. And then I thought I'd take him out on the, for like a longer ride, something like this, on one of Mum and Dad's 500. But he seems to be fine. I'm still going to go out with him probably. But I thought he'd be more nervous than he was. Let's put it that way. Thank you. Yeah, fucking twat. Yeah, last time I came along here, I would have been on a CBF 600 that I did my test on. So I did my, what's it called? Mod 1 in Shrewsbury. My instructor would have been fucking ashamed of that. I wouldn't, if all I was doing was commuting into town like I did just do back there, yeah, I'd probably just have gotten a Grom with the insurance money. I wouldn't have gotten the Reliant. Oh yeah, I got Reliant Robin, because you can ride them on a drive them on a full motorbike license. So I bought that for 500 quid, and with the rest of the money I bought parts and also did my test, because I was like, fuck it, because I want to do it. I don't plan on getting another bike of my own just yet, simply because of finances and what's going on in the world, and I'm on furlough, but I don't know if I'll have a job to go back to be honest. I hope I will. Annoyingly, they're supposed to reopen pretty much right as I get insured on my dad's 500, so I don't know how much fucking fun I'll even have on the damn thing. I'm taking it out as soon as I fucking can, like, because I'm insured on it from next Wednesday, the 1st of July. I'm fucking getting on it then. Because he doesn't ride it as much as he used to. He just doesn't feel the urge as much as he used to. Like when it's a nice sunny day, he'd rather either go for a walk or do something on the house or do some gardening, that kind of thing. Which again, fair play to him. It's whatever he wants to do. He just doesn't always, he has to want like, fuck it, I'll get on the bike. He's not like that these days, and maybe that's part and parcel of what happened to me. He was upset for a long while. As any father would be, I'd hope. Oh yeah, what actually did happen to me. I thought about doing this video so many fucking times. It's like, it's weird to be actually doing it now. I'm not going to be going past the crash site on the way there, but on the way back I'll try and swizzle in there. But the road was... there's a road I used to go to work on. It's my old job. So there was an element of complacency. But let's just start. So on the 17th of May last year, I had a bit of a boo-boo, a pretty bad boo-boo to be honest. I hit a tractor at 60 miles an hour on my MT-07. That's the short bit. And with other motor vloggers, that's probably where they would have left it. Because thank you very much. But there's very few motor vloggers that really talk about their, well, they probably talk about their injuries, but you know, they don't talk about like what happened to them and how they felt, because maybe they're like, oh, I'm a fucking man's man and all this macho bullshit, and if that's their prerogative, then fair enough. But when I started riding, there was loads of videos on how to ride. I kind of took it with a pinch of salt because my dad was really teaching me how to ride. But you know, and there's like, tips for new riders back then and stuff, because there's only literally like a few hundred motor vloggers back then. Now there's fucking thousands. And I don't know about now, because I'll be honest, I haven't searched, but back then there's nothing really like, this is what you can expect from an accident. All accidents are going to be different, but I'm really doing this because I want to I forgot where I was going for a second then. Yeah, not teach, but just share my experiences, so someone getting into bikes can understand what it's like to have an accident. I never thought it was going to happen to me. I was part of that mindset. I was never part of that mindset of I'm fucking invincible, nothing's going to happen to me. I was part of that mindset of it's not going to happen to me, and I was supposed to say that's not the way you should be. You should have confidence, and you know, you shouldn't let, oh, I'm going to crash. You shouldn't let that fear hold you back, but you should always be mindful that it could happen to you, and you should always ride to the best of your ability. And on that day, fuck off. Not that I fucking remember it, but it turns out that I wasn't riding to the best of my ability. I was riding like a bit of a cock. Because what happened, if I can get any power out of this thing, I was going down the road. I say it was a road I took to work, where I used to work back then. Alright, geez up. No, fuck you then. See, my brother-in-law, he was getting so many nods yesterday, and I'm getting fuck all. Whatever, maybe it was dark, he didn't see me. There were two cars in front of me, supposedly. I was bombing along this road. Apparently I wasn't speeding. I don't know, I don't remember. There was two cars in front of me. I went to overtake them, and there was a tractor in front of them in the middle of the road, because he had a trailer on the back, an empty trailer on the back, and he was trying to turn left down down into his farm, down into his lane, I assume. And apparently I didn't brake. I think I just shut off the throttle, braced for impact, and just went into the side of the fucking thing, and I bounced off the rear wheel. You know, 60 plus, because I don't know how fast it was, 60 plus to 0 in no fucking time whatsoever. You know, that probably fucking hurt a lot. That's probably why my brain decided not to let me remember it. I assume it was something like that. Oh, it's bright. And then the rest of what I don't remember is probably due to the ketamine, because the air ambulance was called because I was so badly injured. Now what I injured was I broke my femur, my right femur, clean break, but it was a fucking bad one, because the ball socket in my hip socket rotated, so that causes me a bit of pain these days. I'll probably have to pause for a second here. I broke my arm in two places. That's now got metal around it. Oh yeah, my leg has a metal rod in it. I broke my femur, nasty break, but a clean break, and I've got a metal titanium rod or whatever it is in that now. I broke my arm in two places. I've got like two metal plates on either side of it to piece it back together. But what else? I broke 5 ribs. They're very tasty. Yeah, I broke 5 ribs 5 to 9. They fucking stung like a bastard. I've got metal making up one of them, just as a support. I said I've got a metal rib because it's just easier to say it that way. People literally think I have a metal rib, but I don't. Oh, there's traffic. There's always traffic. And there's hair in my fucking eyes. I haven't missed that. Piss off. I've got metal making up one of my ribs just to support it, because that rib punctured my lung and I had a pneumothorax, which is a collapsed lung. which sucks big boo 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 time because I couldn't fucking breathe. So, punctured lung. I also broke my scapula, my right scapula, which is my shoulder blade. Tore the living shit out of my rotator cuff and muscle underneath. That stings. I tore my knee open on the road somehow, or against a tractor, no idea. All I know is I've got a fucking great big scar across my knee, and I had to pull the skin back across my kneecap to clean the bastard out because it was so fucking full of shit. So I bet that was fun as well. I think that was all done under anaesthetic, to be honest, because I don't remember it. I also had a bit of road rash. I had road rash to my back. I had road rash to my side. And I had a hole in my left shin, which had to be stitched or sutured or something. What else? That was pretty much it. I had some really bad bruising to my upper arm. That sucked. All of me was bruised, to be honest. I'm not surprised by that. All of me was bruised. It was fucking horrible. It ached like a motherfucker. I had bruising all across my forehead. I think that's where my glasses might have gone in, or my helmet did something. Yeah, very lucky, really. Because it should have been a lot fucking worse, considering what it was. A cop that showed up... Well, the cops that showed up afterwards, after I left in their helicopter, started treating it like a fatality, and the cop that was on scene, I was like, no, he's fine, he's not fine, but he's on the way to hospital. No, please don't be a dick. See my brake light, see my brake light. Fucking slow down! I get fucking rear-ended. It's what I do remember. I remember the morning. I woke up, serviced the missus, had some breakfast, she went off to work. I went on my computer for a bit. I was due in at 11:30 for an all-day shift, about 12 hours. Got ready about 10, set off, went to Tesco, got myself some food for lunch because the cunts in there like to always forget my staff meal. Set off down the road as normal, went across the bridge, and then... Oh, you can piss off. Piss off. And then, next thing I know, my eyes are clamped shut, or I'm blind, I don't fucking know. I'm breathing really heavily on the ground, or struggling to. I know that I've done something, I know that I've had an accident, and all I can think of is, oh, I probably pissed someone off. Yeah, I know I pissed someone off, and that was literally my first thought. And I heard people around me, I could hear everything, I didn't really understand what was going on. I could hear... then I had the helicopter, and I just remember thinking, I'm not going in a helicopter, I'm going to be sick. I've never been in a helicopter, I've never been in a plane, let alone a helicopter. And then all of a sudden I was in the helicopter, I could hear the hum of it, and I'm like, oh, I'm fine, I still can't see. And then I was in the air ambulance A&E at Royal Stoke, which is different to the normal A&E, because my missus went to the normal A&E, and she was told to go up to the air ambulance, to the helipad, and wait for me. And she got there before me. She's I don't think she'll mind me saying that, she's a truck mechanic, and when she was told what happened, she all the vans, all the work vans were due in for services, so all of them were off the road. So to get her to where she needed to be, which was at hospital, they gave her they let someone drive her in one of the fucking Arctics. So, you know, just a fucking lorry with no trailer on the back, just burrowing down the A34 to hospital, and just fucking rocked up outside. She jumps out, all covered in crud and God knows what. And so, oh, where's my fiance? Because I'm engaged now. I don't think I mentioned that either. Yeah, I've gone the wrong fucking way. Yeah, so I was in the A&E. I didn't have my glasses on. Everything was blurry. I thought I'd fucked up my eyes. Then I just, it's only afterwards I realised, oh, I just probably didn't have my glasses on. So, I'm kind of, I remember the blocks being taken off me. Oh, you fucking wanker. It's a fucking 30, you prick. Fuck me, that was the first bit of road rage. So now you slowed down. What's the fucking point of that? You fucking chub. Chode. Oh, I haven't insulted anyone in a while. I was in the A&E and I remember being told what my injuries were, and I remember seeing my fiancée pretty much faint into my brother's arms. She'd asked for my brother to come up because my younger brother, they're quite close because they're fairly similar in age. So yeah, she just fucking pretty much collapsed into his arms, and then for the next week I was just everything was just a fucking blur for me. Like the whole week just blurred into one day pretty much. Excuse me. That night, that evening, because it was on a Friday, that evening I had emergency surgery on my leg because it was so badly broken. So they fixed that. And I almost died on the table because, oh Jesus Christ, because obviously I had a punctured lung that they're all trying to sort out. They knew about it. They're trying to monitor it. But because I was under general anaesthetic, one lung, and probably because I got a shit body and immune system anyway, I couldn't fucking handle it. So apparently I was very close to popping it right there and then. I could have just slipped away. And if they had done another surgery so soon afterwards, I probably would have died because the anaesthetic would have killed me because I was so badly hurt in my chest area. So my next surgery a few days later, or it was almost a week. I'm getting half an hour already, blimey. Yeah, it was done on the Thursday, and that was to repair. That was to take the weight of my broken ribs off my. Yeah, so I had I had a couple of. Well, I know one definitely rib taken off my lung so it could reinflate. Or maybe even taken out of my lung, I really don't know, I haven't really told anything. Oh fuck me, they didn't really clean these mirrors, did they? Yeah, the cardiothoracic surgeon couldn't, or didn't want to, operate on any more ribs because the breaks were in my back. They were so close to my spine, if he operated, there was a risk of paralysis. Like quadriplegic type paralysis below my chest kind of shit. And so I'm very, fuck off, follow me around. So I'll be honest, I'm very thankful he didn't actually didn't do that. I'd rather take the pain of them healing slowly than be a fucking quadriplegic. Or is it paraplegic when it's just your legs? I don't know. Yeah, so I'd rather just take the aches and pains. They're fine. No, everything's fine, not just aches. Bastard, I don't know a bike. Yeah, everything just aches all the time. But I'll take that, I'm not dead. That's my own fault after all. It was ruled my fault, unfortunately. I'm all over the place here, it's fucking terrible. That's just another reason I haven't bothered getting a bike. It's because it was more expensive enough before. My MT-07 was still 800 quid, or the renewal, everything that was going to come through was about 800 quid. Because we asked my insurance company, just out of curiosity, when I came to, if I'd come to actually renew it later this year, and I gave them all the details and whether they had all the policy stuff. They're like, and I was like, I think it'll be about 800 quid, and they were like, that sounds about right, maybe a little bit less. So even now, I want 800 quid now, let alone 800 quid when I had fucking 3-4 years no claims. Fuck, I forgot what it was called then. This is boring. I mean, I know it's rush hour, but fuck off. So being in hospital was just fucking awful because I didn't know what had happened. I was on so many painkillers and drugs. I don't know which way was up. I was hallucinating. I was just shit. I felt shit because everything kept changing. I kept hallucinating different things. I don't know. I just didn't believe what anyone was telling me. So I was a dick to my family because they were trying to tell me stuff, and I was just like, no, you're lying, you're a fucking liar, fuck off. When they were actually telling me the truth, and I just didn't realise it. I mean, eventually they were lessened, and I could see I was in the hospital. But then I was still hallucinating, like, throughout the day. The night was really bad, but during the day, like, it was just shit. Like, I've gone through it so many times in my head, and I've told so many people, I've explained to so many people, I don't even want to fucking talk about it, which makes it pointless. But it's just, I was only in there for 2 weeks, and I felt like a life sentence. Like, I couldn't move by myself, I couldn't stand up by myself, I had a fucking catheter in. Which, if you don't know what one of them is, it goes up your... It goes up your sausage, or your fanny flaps, and it's a tube, it makes you piss. They shove it up there, there's a balloon that they inflate in the bladder, so basically you don't even need to piss, it just does it for you, because obviously if you're like unconscious and shit, you're not going to be able to piss by it, you're not going to be able to piss, are you, unless the body does that anyway, I don't know, but yeah, I felt the balloon deflate when they took it out, it was a fucking horrible feeling, and then it just whip it out. I feel sorry for people that have had to, they've had to have those put in whilst they were awake. I'm pretty sure mine was either put in whilst I was still under the effects of the ketamine or oxycodone, or whilst I was under general anaesthetic. I hope it was that one. So all in all, it was a fucking shit experience.